Hey guys, I'm Lee from Lee Likes Music, the place to share, explore, and learn about rock music from Bandcamp. And today we're going to take a look at Jenny Hval's album, Apocalypse Girl. So that's coming up. So Jenny Hval produces art pop, avant-garde music, experimental music. So this is kind of ebbing outside of the genre that I put myself into. I actually decided to only make rock music reviews just like a week ago. But before that, I actually made a review of Jenny Hval's newest album, Blood Bitch. So this is kind of like a follow-up video to that one, okay? Nonetheless, although this isn't rock music, it is an insanely good album, so it might be of your interest anyways. Make sure to check it out, okay? I think I gave Apocalypse Girl, you can watch that review up here if you want to. I think I gave that album like a 9 out of 10. That was an insanely good album. Really cinematic, very experimental, very poppy and conformed at the same time. It was a nice mix between this artsy music and more conformed music. It was, as I told you, cinematic, very, very visceral. I just loved it so much. This album is the one that came before Blood Bitch, and I have to say that it's not as good as Blood Bitch, but it is still very, very good. I'm gonna talk a little bit about the songs that I like the most from this album. So, for example, Take Care of Yourself. That's the second track. It has this very chill, dark, and almost mystical vibe going on. Jenny Hval provides this mix of spoken word and singing, and this is exactly the same as we found on the newest album as well. There's always this mix between the storytelling, spoken word, and singing, and it is just a nice blur of all of these different vocal performances, which is awesome. This is a very mesmerizing song where she basically dives into the topic of what it means to take care of yourself. She also highlights desire. What does it mean to have a desire, and what is desire in the first place, and why do we have it? You know, it's a very philosophical. She has this philosophical way of approaching lyrics, and these very big themes are kind of floating in the air as she's performing the song. It's really, really unique, something of its own. So Take Care of Yourself, I'm gonna give this track an 8 out of 10. The next song that I also fell in love with that I really like a lot is the third one, which is called The Battle Is Over. Again, in this song, she kind of continues this question, this philosophical question of what it means to take care of ourselves. The rhythm in the song is very slow, and it has this rich variety of percussional instruments. There's a regular drum kit going on here, and there's also bongo drums. You also have a tambourine, and it all sounds very rich. It adds this very powerful rhythm section in the song, which I liked a lot. This is again coupled with Jenny's vocals and a synth. All of these instruments are very static, they don't change that much, and that gives a lot of room to for Jenny to express herself. She has this very sweet, enchanting way of singing in the song that I really, really fell in love with. Again, her way of expressing her voice is very, very versatile here. There's a mix of spoken word, whispering, there's also some harsher vocals coming out here. And yeah, it's an amazing soundscape that she's able to create just by using her voice as the leading, as a leading musical instrument, I should say. The song ends in a very gloomy and dark musical environment where Jenny basically says, "Sleep tight forever," and it's like, whoa, did I just die or something? It's a thrill from start to finish. I really have to say so. And yeah, I'll give it an 8 out of 10, just like the previous song. Now, the third track that I really fell in love with was the fifth track, which is called Heaven. It starts out with this soundtrack in the background, kind of playing the sound of ocean water kind of flushing in towards the seashore, and then Jenny is performing some vocals on top of this. It's very simplistic. Then she also whispers these very odd words, and slowly but surely the beat is starting to ebb into the sound image as well. I think this track, compared to many of the other songs on this album, is touching more on the pop genre. There are many experimental elements in this song, but it is laid upon this pop structured fundament of creating songs. During some of the passages in this song, Hval's vocals really remind me of another Norwegian artist who's called Susanne Sundfør. Susanne Sundfør creates purely pop music nowadays, but her voice is very similar to Jenny Hval's voice. So yeah, if you want to check that out, I'll leave a link to one of Susanne Sundfør's songs down in the description below. To sum up the fifth track, Heaven, it feels very lofty, it feels epic, but at the same time conformed. It ebbs and flows into these experimental and pop inspired genres, and it really reminds me a lot of something that Radiohead could have made. So yeah, Heaven, I really like this song a lot as well, so I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. The last track that I want to mention here that was kind of a favorite for me is called Sabbath. It's the 8th track. Again, this song also combines these storytelling elements, spoken word and singing, and she compiles it together into this jigsaw puzzle of a song. It's amazing how she's able to do this. During the early beginning of the song, she says, "I'm 6 or 7 and dreaming that I'm a boy." And this is basically what she's talking about. This is where the story starts. It almost feels like she's telling the story of a childhood memory that she had from when she was younger. It's very interesting to listen to. In addition to putting out these childhood memories, she also comes up with some really weird fantasized statements, such as the fact that she switched body with another boy. She became a boy and the boy became a girl, or something like this. It was a really weird type of lyric, very fantasized, very psychedelic almost, but it is very, very interesting to listen to nonetheless. The verses in the song are very calm, they are very subtle, they lean towards this experimental sphere of things, and then you have the choruses that are a lot more conformed, they're very straight on kind of, they're insanely catchy. I just have to put that out there. So yeah, another great song from Jenny Hval. I'm gonna give this song a 7 out of 10. So yeah, all in total, I would say that this is a good effort from Jenny Hval. Apocalypse Girl, an amazing album. It is definitely worth checking out. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. And the reason why I'm not giving it a 9 out of 10, as I did with Blood Bitch, her newest album, is because I don't know, I don't feel like this album was as ambitious. For me, the newest album was a lot more cohesive in terms of the storytelling. It was inviting us into her personal life. It was very experimental. It was like taken to the extremes of experimentalism in terms of what is possible with music, but at the same time you got these very conformed, very ultra pop-ish songs. So yeah, it just took things to a whole new level, and that is why I gave it such a high score. This album, on the other hand, was a bit more uncohesive. It was not as well put together. The songs are not that much, there's not that much quality in all of the songs together. For example, the 9th track, Angels and Anaemia, it is a good track, but then again, it's like, I don't really have that much to say about it because it just feels like a slightly not that good, slightly worse version of the other tracks. And then you, for example, have track number 7, which is only like 42 seconds long, and you know, it could have been a good intervening track, but it just feels like a filler track to me. It really doesn't give me that much of a value, of a replay value. So yeah, that is basically what I'm gonna say about Apocalypse Girl from Jenny Hval. I hope that you will check out this album because there's definitely some great songs here. Alright, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you like to share, explore, and learn about rock music, then I highly suggest you click that red subscribe button below. Then there will be more videos coming your way. Also, let me know what you think about, almost forgot the name of the album here, Apocalypse Girl. Let me know what you think about Jenny Hval, her newest album, her older album. I would love to hear it, so please leave a comment down in the comment section below, okay? Thank you again for watching, guys. See you later. Bye. It has this very chill, dark, come on! Damn. Sound. Escape.